Hello, beautiful ones. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. So, welcome to this new mini class. I try to share some regularly, but this one is going to invite us to look at another aspect of the life of a light worker. So let me know who's there. Just put a little comment in the chat section. Let me know who's there. And while I'm waiting for a few more of you to join in, I'll let the Facebook know, let everyone know that we're live now. I will simply invite all the new members here. Welcome. We have new members every week, so welcome. I hope you will find everything you need, everything you're looking for. I just want to maybe specify a little bit, details around the energy of that group. The energy of that group is really to help activate your intuitive power, so you're clear around your soul purpose as a light worker. So it is, of course, a community. So share questions, share comments and experiences. But I realize that most people are definitely interested in the classes and the conversation. So I'm okay to initiate the conversations, but just know that you're also invited. If ever there's anything you want to share, you're so invited to share your magic as well. So I see I have some new some comments here. Kelsey's here. I have a Facebook user. I don't know. Hello. Sorry guys, totally out of my control. So anyways, I was just saying that in the description there's a little message from the application I'm using. The application is called StreamYard. So by just giving them the authorization, hello everyone, just by giving them the authorization to connect to your Facebook profile, I'll be able to see you. Because you see right now, all I see is this, and I'm happy to see you, but I don't know who it is. So let me know who's there. I would love to know. Just put your name or just go to the StreamYard link above. You only have to do it once. I'm using StreamYard regularly. So just, for you to be aware. So all you have to do is to click on the link and simply just, say you're okay for this application to connect with Facebook. And then every time I'll connect, I'll see you. So I was welcoming all our new members. Welcome. And if you're a new member, let me know. Whether you're watching this live or as a replay. Yeah, somebody says I had to do it a while back. Yeah, every time there's an upgrade with Facebook, so it's not impossible that sometimes they do ask us to do this to kind of reconnect or connect both applications together, but it doesn't take much time. You can definitely do that very quickly and easily. So welcome to the new members. And if you're a new member watching live or as a replay, let me know. I want to know who you are. I want to know what you're looking for. And even if you're an older senior member, senior in terms of it's been a while, I'm not trying to talk about your age here. Maybe your needs are changing. So let me know. And if you're new, you might not know much about me, but I'm Natalie. I'm the host of this page. My role is really to activate light workers to develop their intuitive powers in alignment with their soul purpose. In order to get there, there might be a few things to clear: emotional blocks, karmic blocks, ancestral blocks. There might be a need to help you develop a process. There might be a need to review some past lives. Either way, I'm personalizing every mentoring approach I have with people. That's my role. Something I rarely do, but I'll just take a minute to talk quickly about me, because I know some of you are new and they might wonder, who is she? How have she developed these abilities? So very quickly, I was highly intuitive from the beginning, and I'm pretty sure most of us here are, but never would have considered myself special, like, oh, I have different gifts, I have different abilities. I never thought of myself like that. I thought, hello, beautiful one. Again, if you could put your names or just go to the StreamYard link, I would love to see who's there. Let me know who's there. So yeah, I was very, very intuitive, and I was always attracted by everything that was metaphysical. So it was in the 80s, so still in the 80s, and the 70s, and definitely before, but I wasn't there before. Still, the connection to the invisible reality was always a little bit darker. There was always a notion of ghosts or scary tables or moving or connecting to, there was almost an attraction to what was a little bit darker, unknown. And same thing with aliens. Everything was quite different, and we would focus on what was darker. So of course I got scared and I said, no, forget it, I'm not interested. Still, while I was sleeping when I was young, I would see codes. I didn't know what it was until it came back, like definitely decades later. So codes, colors with signs. It's as if every time I was going to bed, I was visually seeing codes of integrations, codes of upgrades. I didn't know what it was. And I said, I guess everyone's experiencing this. And I was shy, so I was not going to ask what it is. So I was passionate about that. I was highly creative. I needed to express my emotions. Movements, colors, dance, everything that was helping my creativity be expressed. Just to rapidly jump in time and fast forward, I think one of my most awakening job was as a hypnotist. I practiced it for 12 years. And as I was practicing it, I was going in a deep trance with my clients. And that allowed me to see things they could not see. So normally hypnosis, if practiced normally, traditionally, you guide the client into their inner world, into their subconscious mind, into whatever past, whatever programming. So you're just the guide. You're not supposed to go in a trance, or you might be in a mild trance, but you still need to be the observer, and you still need to be focused. But I was getting in a very deep trance, still conscious enough to guide them. But every time I was asking them, okay, where do you think this block is coming from? Just be there right now. I was there with them. I could see the images, and sometimes I was waiting for them to express what they saw, and it wouldn't come out. And I said, I didn't want to direct them, so I would let the information come through. So if ever they were really blocked, I could say, do you see this? Could it be this? And that was quite amazing. So from this, I realized I have channeling abilities, and that's what I do when I help people. It's not a coaching per se, even though I could call myself a coach, but because my coaching comes from a channeling, actually, the coaching when you work with me, or the coach when you work with me, is your higher self and star team. I'm just the translator here. So somebody says, I see codes. I see the codes before bed too, but just started 2 years ago. Wonderful. There's no age. Chances are you did see that when you were a child. but you bypassed that, or you thought it was just fantasy. So this is who I am. I'm just an activator of intuitive powers to really help people reconnect to their multidimensional self, and that includes recalibration. If people are off energetically, that is included in the process, and it's pretty much what we're going to talk about today. What is important also to know, if ever you're interested to work with me in the future, is that I know most of you are definitely open, really receptive, intuitively speaking, but I'm really working with light workers who are motivated to do the job. So it doesn't matter what your level of experience is, whether you're part-time, full-time, hobbyist, it doesn't really matter. Just want to work with people who are going to put the time, because my time is precious as much as yours, and this is my mission. This is part of my mission. I guess as a child, somebody says, I would see lights too. Guys, I would love so much to know who's chatting here. So could you just put your names at the end? That would be lovely, lovely, lovely. Because to me, you're just, I'm not sure who's there. All right, today we're going to talk about emotional clearing, healing for light workers. And yes, seeing, oh, c'est Chantal. Yes, seeing, bienvenue Chantal. Yeah, seeing light beings, definitely something. And sometimes we don't know we see them sometimes, but yeah, I've seen a few ones. And Angel too, thank you, beautiful ones. So yeah, it's very common. Until we know what they're here for, then we're not scared anymore. Today we're going to talk about emotional healing. We will start with for light workers. For light workers, there's something specific, even though, hello, John. Very nice to see you here. So we'll start with an opening activation just to get us all going. So I have a feeling today our little talk might be 40 minutes instead of 30. I promised myself that I will hold it within 30 minutes. But today, because of the technical issues I had early on, it probably will be for 40 minutes. Whomever is writing this, I'm giving her a big hug. Natalie is a really good mentor. I had the chance to do a program with her, has really upgraded my abilities. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. And yes, and it goes on beyond the work. Of course, when you come into a vortex where light workers are present, we do expand our own abilities. C'est Chantal encore. Thank you, Chantal. Thank you so much for this. Yeah, I know we had a lot of fun, and we have, you're a wonderful healer. Yeah, so yeah, we will talk about emotions and how to work with the emotions. You're still a human being, and it is very important that you do not neglect that aspect, but we will talk about that. Before I jump onto the opening activation, and we have that now, I just added this, we have that every time we connect. It's just 2 or 3 minutes, or we close our eyes and we raise our vibration. And that allows us, first of all, me to channel the content that is not purely what I wrote on paper, and for you to receive the information from an energetic point of view and an energetic perspective, and not just a mental reflection and analysis of what I'm saying. Okay. Before I do this, and it's something I will just talk about very quickly at the end, just want to remind you that I created a 3-month program. I created it a week and a half ago to help light workers like you elevate their frequency and be aligned with their soul purpose, and knowing what's coming ahead for them in the 3 months. For me, in the next 3 months. For me, every transitional season, so fall and spring, are bringing energetically so much change, collectively but individually. So I created this. It's unique, exclusive. It's probably not going to come back, and if it does, I have no clue when, because it's not my usual core programs. But it's just to help you, to take you where you're at, and instead of having a clear module 1, 2, 3, you need to follow these steps, We connect to your higher self-star team. We're asking, what does she need? What does he need right now? What is block? What is clear? What is the soul purpose? How can we activate this? What is the block, or what are the blocks? So it's really taking you for 3 months in a container where we will work together one-on-one. It's not a group setting, it's one-on-one. And we will still remain in contact all week long, all month long. So it gives us enough time to see how you're progressing. I have offered 7-week programs, 5-week programs, and my usual is 6 months and a year, 12 months program. I just did this one because I think, again, first of all, I felt like it, and it was matching perfectly my schedule. But I think it will be just a very quick activator for you, and it's for everyone. And I'll just give you the link if ever you want to have a look at it. You will be able to see the complete content. Okay, so it's time to start today with our topic of the day. Again, the energy, not the energy. That's the title of my program. The emotional healing for light workers. So let's do this. Close your eyes right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release through the mouth. Let's do this 3 more times. And when you exhale, make sure you exhale completely until no more breath. Beautiful. So use your powerful imagination to create images in your mind. And remember, it doesn't matter how you see things. It doesn't matter how you feel things. The experience is unique. And what we want right now is for you to open your heart center right in the middle of your chest. Imagine there's a little door, a little valve just right in the center of your chest. And imagine that valve is opening up, tiny little valve, gently opening up, allowing all the tension of the day, all the tension of the week, and all the things are unconsciously blocking you as a human being, but also as a light worker, to gently flow out of you. So imagine the best you can, see it in your own way, kind of a waterfall containing darker waters, and let it pour out from your heart center. Pour out until the water becomes crystal clear. And when the water becomes crystal clear, you know that energetically you are clear enough, you are receptive enough to receive more information that will come through my words and the energy contained in my words, that once entering your own being, will activate dormant codes within you, or let's say not fully activated codes. Those codes will trigger an awareness of what needs to be healed within you, what needs that little extra attention, so you can heal your being, your physical self, so you can rise as well into an empowered light worker. So right now, there's no water flowing out of you. The channel is fully open, and everything that will be shared in the next minutes will not only be received from a mental perspective, but at one point or many times during the talk, the class, you will feel energy coming in through that portal, through that energy portal, the heart center, and you will feel it flowing. Your body will be the first response. That will be triggered, and that will be a sign that I'm reacting to the content, consciously or not, it doesn't matter. My body sees this as a truth that needs to be integrated, that needs to be looked at. That will be your sensor. That will be your way of monitoring that you are indeed activating something within you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Elizabeth is here. Wonderful. Yeah, it's okay if you cannot connect to StreamYard as long as you leave your name. So welcome and thank you for being here. So a light worker is by nature highly sensitive. Not only sensitive to the energies around, to people's emotions, but also emotionally sensitive. Easily hurt, easily triggered, easily happy, easily joyful, easily surprised. Hello, Gina. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Easily mesmerized by life. So by nature, we are highly sensitive. So it is important that we're aware of what is coming in and what is coming through and what we have accumulated, emotionally speaking. So a light worker is processing emotions with intensity, again, regardless of the spectrum of the emotion within the spectrum. Very positive, less positive. And again, it doesn't mean that you are exuberant in the way you express your emotions, but the way it's felt. So you have extroverted light workers, introverted light workers. It doesn't matter. You're still feeling the sensations and the emotions a little bit more powerfully than others. So that being said, you know that your response to life, people's comments and behaviors will trigger you a little bit more. So that helps you as well discover what I call the interdimensional reality. You are sensitive to what you express as human being, what others are expressing as human beings, but of course you're also an open channel to what is around. So when you're young, you're stimulated internally by what you feel, by what you're exposed to, and then you are also exposed to energies that are outside. So it makes us children who are, I don't know if you hear when the image turns black. I have no clue what's happening on Wi-Fi today. So by nature, we know that everything stimulates us highly. Yeah, and that's what Gina says. This is what is exactly happening to me. So when you're a child, you don't, as an adult, you're fully aware, but as a child, you don't know that not only you're stimulated by people around you, things around you, but also some fully. So I would say that books are coming from childhood. This is what I was doing. This is that I was, and we need whatever your parents, grandparents transform to you. You feel it in your body. Sometimes you're not aware why you feel a certain way, but also it's passed on through behaviors. So most of the blockages we have as light workers, and most humans, of course, are coming from childhood. It doesn't have to be traumatic, It could just be, imagine you already highly sensitive. This is your coding. This is your blueprint. You are highly sensitive. So if you're in an environment where your parents, your siblings, your community is still struggling with some kind of unresolved issues, you will pick it. You will sense it, even if it doesn't feel a big issue within the family, within your circle, within your environment. But let's say that one of your parents has an issue with their own dad, with their own mom. Well, you could just feel it from your parents' behavior. And again, you would not know because maybe your parents don't want to talk about it. But for you, it's as vivid as if it was happening right now. So you need to be aware of that. What is not always addressed, definitely not in psychology, if ever you're going this way to help you work on your healing or emotional healing, it's everything around past life and ancestral blockages. They're important, and you will feel that they can be triggered as you ascend, and they will be triggered in your everyday life. So we're talking about past lives. We have talked about that so many times, but you were probably a healer. You were probably a witch. You were probably a doctor. There has been so many experiences on this planet and beyond where things did not work out. And if you died not resolving those issues, they stay in your field of reality. We still have time between incarnations to resolve those things. But if we didn't have time and we realized the best way for me, as an example, if the best way for me to deal with the fear of rejection is to go back and incarnate in a life where I will either, there's always many, many options, either feel rejected again so I can finally heal it, or be in a family where I'll be so loved that the feeling of rejection will dissipate during this incarnation. There's many, many ways to heal a karmic wound, but that needs to be addressed as well. So, and it can impact your emotional life. Sometimes you may feel that you are rejected by society or you're not worthy of something. You cannot really explain this from an ancestral point of view, from a family point of view. So you need to dig really into the past life potential blockages. It might be coming from there. Ancestral blocks, what could they be? Well, it could be cultural persecution. It could be anything that is not expressed in the family, so taboos. It could be tragedies that happened during your living or during your incarnation. So in your lifetime, I should say, in your lifetime, or anything that happened prior to your birth and that still is a wound in the family. So again, emotional blockages for a light worker may come from childhood, ancestral unresolved issues, and karmic issues. It's the same thing for all humans. They might have those three blockages, but light workers are experiencing so much. Akashic records is really good to tap in. Yes, Akashic records is exactly what we're doing. These are terms, a term that is used very frequently, but tapping in your Akashic records, it's tapping into your cosmic history. Yeah, Chantal, I recognize that comment from you. I know you like that. So yeah, I totally understand that. So yeah, it's totally fine. But today I really want to focus on the emotional aspect. So the emotional is really linked to your incarnation right now. Again, the root cause might come from further, but you feel it right now. And usually when you feel that emotion and you don't know what to do with it because unresolved, unexpressed fully, then it feels real. It feels really connected to this life. So what could be, and that's the question I have for you, what could be the unexpressed or unhealed emotions light workers are experiencing? Can you just share with me in the comment section? Again, even if you're watching this as a replay, I really, really would like to read that from you. But what are the fears, emotional blocks? And usually it's connected to fears, but what are the emotional blocks lightworkers are experiencing as they're ascending? Yes, feeling unworthy. Definitely feeling unworthy. Let's go. It could be yours. It could be what you saw. It could be what you have experienced in the past and you have healed. Yes, not feeling enough. Totally. I know I have asked that before because I know some of you are coming back, feeling alone. Totally. But the more we address this, the more it is an invitation to clear it. I'm telling you that there are times where I feel unworthy. There are times where I feel not enough. There are times where I feel alone. There's times where I feel scared. It might not be as predominant. It might not be as handicapping. It might not be as blocking me as it used to be. But it's so there's always a little bit of something to heal. Self-doubt, avoiding the painful feelings. Yes, yes, yes. Please share more if more coming in. But you said a lack of confidence, lack of self-worth. Imagine being a light worker with the really strong feeling that you're here to develop something unique that not most humans are developing because they don't even believe in it. And you're supposed to tell everyone about that. You're supposed to share, almost like holding the flame and telling the world, this is what human life can be. It takes a certain amount of confidence or an amount, or at least of bravery, a strong amount of bravery for you to be there. So if you have a lack of confidence, a lack of self-worth, it becomes really hard. It really becomes really hard. So other fears, as we talked about fears, one of you mentioned it. What are the fears? What are the fears light workers are experiencing? Because we're going even deeper. We're going really specifically to the fears light workers are experiencing, based on your own experience or not. So fears of speaking in public, that's a big thing. I mean, not everyone will speak in public, but you will speak to future clients and you will have to tell them, this is what I do. I'm using clairvoyance, clairsentience. These are the results I can do. You're really, really like, outside the box just by sharing this. And now the fear not being good enough, totally feeling that your powers, your abilities are not potent or not efficient. My powers are not strong enough to make a difference. Yes. So what do you think you need when you feel this? You need to practice. I mean, I'll just stop here. Whenever you feel your powers are not strong enough, you need to practice. And people's feedback will be your way of measuring how much beautiful things and healing and guidance you give to people. I mean, you'll see for yourself, but people's feedback are very important. Feedback from people you trust, definitely. Fear of not being accepted by society. Yes. So fear of rejection, fear of being persecuted, fear. This is more past life persecuted, but you could be persecuted by your family. You could be like, hey, if you decide to go this path, I'm sorry, we don't want to have you in our home anymore. That is persecution, of course. So yes, fear of not being accepted by society. We're not accepted by most, but not in a bad way. It's not like it used to be. So and just know, and I just want to reassure everyone, I mean, just go in a bookstore and see how many books are and oracle decks are being sold, are being offered to everyone. So people are curious. So we're more supported than ever. So it makes it a very good opportunity for all of us. So not being accepted by society is going to dissipate. This feeling will dissipate. Family has been, the worst and non-supportive. Family, yes, for sure. At the same time, you have to find another family that will help you, which is us in this group, which is anybody who will help you. It's that's why it takes a lot of courage. You have to work on your own fears. You have to find any kind of way to support you, and don't specifically wait for the ones around you to do this work. They might even have their own blocks around what you're expressing, because it takes a lot of courage. And sometimes courage scares others because it reminds them how stuck they are. So yes, people are more and more open, definitely. And again, mainstream is helping us, and that's beautiful. Natalie mentioned needing more practice for this. If you want to practice together, reach out. Yeah, sure. If ever you guys want to trade services and trade it in a way that you can obviously give an open feedback, of course, do so and share your gifts. I think that's important. So yeah, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of standing out, fear of stepping out from the system, whether the system is family, community, culture, fear of being different, fear of changing the life as you know it. That's another thing. Sometimes we don't know. But imagine if you share your gifts and it's so powerful that people are rapidly healing, feeling better, and suddenly you have to change your way of life. You have to adapt all this. Some people are scared as much of succeeding than failing, because it means that they have to reorganize their family, their job. If they have another job, they have to change things. And that can suppress your growth as a light worker. But that is a block, and that needs to be addressed. And it's an emotional block. It has to be addressed. So healing your unresolved emotional blocks is another set of skills. It's like we're here to help you develop your intuitive powers, but you were not born with the ability to heal yourself emotionally, like completely. You will need help. You need support, whatever it is. And that's what is important for us right now. So let me see. I want to make sure that I'm sharing everything, because I just closed my page here. Okay, you can't expect your magic to do all the work. So it means it's not because you're developing your intuitive powers that's it. You won't have any troubles. All because you can help others, that's it. You will self-heal. There's something very different from helping others and helping self. Sometimes we need an external point of view to do that. But it's not because you become clearer in your intuitive gifts that's it. Everything follows. I do admit that the more you follow your calling, you answer the calling in your service, healing becomes easier, but it's not being done for you. It's not because you connect to higher realities that's it. You're closer to the boss. I mean, in its favors, it's not like we're erasing the slate. You still came here to learn some lessons, and some lessons are probably what you're going through right now. So it is important that you take care of your earth self as you develop your intuitive powers. And when you clear your emotional wounds, you also create more room for a spiritual growth. Somebody says they have to leave, but yes, you can play it again. No worries. I know I'm a little bit longer than planned here. You can't expect your magic to rise and to do all the work for you. So you have to accept your calling, develop your magic, and that will accelerate your emotional healing. It will help you trigger. This is where I have a problem. It's connected to mom, dad, it's connected to society, it's connected to a past life. So it does help, but it's not a separate kind of process One rises, the other one is getting clear, and so on. It's like really a teamwork between your earth healing and your cosmic expansion. It's really connected together. So the healer's responsibility or the channeler's responsibility is to make sure that your own wounds are not interfering with the work you're doing. So let's say that one of your client has some blockages and you're starting to receive information, or just them expressing, this is what I need to work on, and it's triggering you right into the heart. It's like, oh my God, her story or his story is my story. And you are out of balance emotionally when you work with that person. It will, I shouldn't say jeopardize. I don't think it can be that dramatic, but first of all, you won't be as focused because it will have triggered a reaction, an emotional reaction within you that is in need of being addressed. So that is crucial that you prepare yourself before a session, you cleanse yourself after a session, but you need to work on yourself. So every time somebody who had an experience closer to your own reality is not triggering you every time they speak about it, or if a person receives a healing because you channeled healing for them, so that it's like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed because I'm just feeling that it's triggering also something for me. Or you see images for that person, and the images you see are reminding you of something you have not resolved. It can happen sometimes. We see images, definitely in past lives, but it could be also in this life where you see things that are triggering something back. So if you're not balanced emotionally, or at least if you're not aware, what we call emotional intelligence, you're not being overwhelmed by your own emotion, and you're able to say, oh, this is triggering me. I'm putting this behind for a while. Just continue on with my client, very focused, peaceful, because I don't feel threatened by my emotions. Then you can continue on your work and then look, what happened? How come that story, that vision triggered me? The best thing is we're talking about solutions right now. It's to learn about emotional intelligence. I do not have the time to do that, but it will definitely be part of a masterclass in October, a 3-day masterclass. I'm telling you right now, it's coming up. Emotional intelligence, understanding how emotions are talking to you through you, so you heal yourself, or at least you can take a pause when you feel overwhelmed by an emotion. You do not know how to deal with it, mainly when you're with a client or a student and you realize, this is making some kind of echo, it's mirroring what I'm going through. You need to step back a little bit. So it is important. Understanding the language of emotions is crucial. Pausing and evaluating, that's what I just said. Going to the root cause. Pausing and evaluating means also that you might need to take actions. That's why when I work with my students, the emotional healing process is there. And because of my hypnotherapy background, if ever something comes up and we realize that it's a connection with dad, mom, a brother, a situation, a trauma, it's not just, oh, we have identified it, that's it, deal with it on your own because we're just doing channeling. No, I have the background that allows us to see, let's talk about that emotion. What does it mean? Okay, let's ask your higher self, where is it coming from? Okay, are we ready to let it go? No, why? Yes, let's do it. What is the lesson? What is the lesson? Because we're not getting rid of an emotion and its impact on us unless we understand why it stayed in our reality for so long. And make sure you're not alone. This is really hard to do that on ourselves. That's why it's important just to get help. I do think that unless your life was very linear and very smooth, most of the time we need that support. So does it help you understand? Yeah, somebody says, and I don't know who it is, but Thank you for this. It helps me understand what's happening at the moment. Yeah, if you ever want to talk about what's happening, just, send me a little DM and we can talk about that. But yes, it is important to love as much your earth self who's trying to heal than your cosmic self who is trying to emerge within you. They're a team. It's not one over the other. Okay. If you have questions, let me know. Before I let you go, I want to tell you another thing. Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern time, I will organize a cosmic meet and greet. Sorry, I want to go to Greece. It says meet and greet. Greet. Oh my God, what's happening to me today? Yes, I just want to organize something where we can chat together, where we can learn about what we're going through. But this will include an activation. So we will have an activation at the beginning. We'll encourage a conversation. It will be via Zoom. And then and we'll just chat. So it will be a little bit of cosmic upgrade, but definitely an invitation for us to really know who we are, what we do, what we're looking for, what are our gifts. So I hope you can join. Yeah, let's meet in Greece. Oh my God, and do the meet and greet. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. It seems it's calling me. And before I let you go, I know it's a lot of information, but this one has a deadline, the one I'm sharing right now. As I said at the beginning of this call, and I'll share the link, even though the link is super, super long, I'll put it in the description as well. I know it's a long one. If there's no point showing it here, I will just add it in the description and in the comments. Until October 1st, I have opened an immersion called the Essence of Your Magic. It's a 3-month immersion. I will very, very quickly, because I know we all have things to do, share the screen and show you very quickly what it's all about. If I can go back to it, let me know if you can see me. Oh my God. Yeah, not very nice here, the way you see this. Let's share again, see if it works better. Share screen. If not, no worries. I'll just talk about it. That's all fine. Simply because it's closing on October 1st. And I want to invite as many people as possible onto this. I have a limited space. So it means that I only have 4 spots and I have 2 left right now. So can you see this, guys? Just want to make sure you see this. Can you just confirm that you guys see this? I would love to know before I get into more details. Let's see. Yes, I think you do. I'll just make the screen a little bit bigger here. Anyways, I'll give you the link. I'll give you the link for you to see all this, okay? To really see the details. It's 3 months together. And during those 3 months, we will take you where you're at energetically and emotionally speaking as well. So we will connect with your higher self. We will really ask your higher self what are his or her intuitive abilities. And it's really focused to the fact we are entering and we're in what I call transitional seasons. They're all the time highly charged with energy that is moving us rapidly to another level, to another type of upgrade. So I'm just taking the opportunity of this seasonal rise in energy to just focus on what you're meant to be going through. So we'll look at what you're supposed to express. We will make sure you really understand what your higher self and star team are meant to speak, are meant to say through you. We will also make sure we understand what is your cosmic signature. So how are you supposed to express your gift in this world? What is your soul purpose and how you're supposed to do this? With whom are you supposed to work? So that is included, but because it is personalized, I'll take you where you're at. Meaning, if we need to work more on emotional clearing, we'll do this. I did not update this, but it's 2 out of 4 left here. So we strengthen the connection with your higher self and star family. We clear emotional, karmic, energetic, and ancestral blockages for a clear circulation of the divine guidance and abilities. We clarify what your soul purpose is as a human, but also as a light worker. So that is 3 months of light mentoring, more or less 4 hours, more or less 4 hours. I'm not really timing everything. That gives you 3 sessions live with me, but also coaching between sessions. So it means that between sessions, if you have upgrades, questions, visions, downloads, if I have channelings, if for you messages, if I receive some kind of guidance for you, I'm not waiting for the next month, for the next session. I connect with you via Telegram or Messenger, and I'm just saying you this information. So it's like creating a vortex, a container for 3 months where you're held, where we're really identifying what your goals are, and we're just heading there. What is new is I'm going to send all my beautiful students a galactic gift box. So I will channel your soul purpose prior our first session. So I will ask your higher self, what is his or her soul purpose for the next 3 months? And you will keep that. You'll have a paper version. You will keep that. And I will channel guidance around what kind of talisman you need. A talisman would be an object that will be infused with energy that helps you keep balanced energies and focus on what you're supposed to do. You can use them during rituals. You can use them during an activation together or on your own, or if ever in your purse, in your pocket, whenever you feel like you want to connect a little bit deeper. It will be infused from your family, cosmic family's energy, and you will receive that at home. You also have a 90-day access to the Abundant Lightworker curriculum, which is over 25 channel activations that will help you strengthen your connection with your higher self, with your cosmic family. Go back and see if there's any past life blockages, any ancestral blockages, any abundance blockages, any energetic blockages. It will help you have a clear vision around your soul purpose. It's all the energy, all the support you need between sessions. Our sessions will be so activating that we will resolve so many things within the sessions. I see my energy rising, so I know I do a lot more than within a session than I used to do just a year ago or 6 months ago. It's like flowing. So I realized that 3 sessions plus all those activations, you will be set for quite a while. So I will send you the link to that little file, and all you'll have to do is either DM me, you'll click here and you'll be sent to Messenger, or you'll just book a call, and it doesn't work. So it means I need to do this one, but I'll update it. When you'll click on this, you will be sent directly to my agenda, to my planner. All you'll have to do is pick a date, a time that feels right, and we can have a chat. The chat is free, and whatever way you decide to communicate with me is just to find out if that is a fit for you, because I only have 2 spots left. So is that a fit for you? Can this bring you what you need? And if you like the content, if ever you have questions. So I'll post it in the group, and this way you'll be able to have more details if you want to. All right, beautiful ones. So I wish you a wonderful day. And if you have questions, let me know. I see you guys have some comments. Yeah, you saw it. Wonderful. All right, beautiful ones. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you on Friday for the Greek meet and Greek. Greek again, I said it again. Cosmic meet and Greek. In Greek, oh my God, Greek. What's wrong? What's wrong with me? I really need to go to Greece or something here. So I'll give all the details there, and hopefully we'll see you before the end of the week. All right, bye-bye for now. Bye.